It's really a pain in the ass to kiss people with glasses. He's so real for that. And I don't want to talk here like I have like 30 years of experience, but I just want to talk about the things that I personally went through. I personally thought about. You know, friends come up to me and they ask, "Oh, I'm seeing so many mistakes in my art." There's one example, there's this one friend who came up to me and said he feels that there's no growth in his art and that he sees a lot of mistakes in him. And then I told him, it's actually a blessing that you see mistakes in your art, because imagine what would happen if you were blind to them and you just kept making all of these, wasting your time, and you don't know you don't know the mistakes that you're doing. It's a blessing because it lets you reevaluate where you're at, and if you don't see anything wrong with your art, then is there any room for growth anymore? Like, what's the point if there's no room for growth? Then you're not learning anymore. We're here to keep learning, and it's okay if you're content with your art. Obviously, you're gonna be content with your art at some point, but there are some areas when you know that you'll have things to work on. So I have this list to talk about. Since this is my first video, I just wanted to be a chill, me yapping about some art topics while you draw on your own. Maybe you can have this video playing in the background. So there's that. Seeing your mistakes in art is a blessing, and it's a sign that your eyes are improving faster than your skills are. It just means that you're seeing these things, and it means that your artistic eyes are developing faster. Another topic is, it's not really art specific, but being nostalgic and missing an era. Like for me for example, in 2022, I think that was like my time. I don't know how to describe it, but it was the best time. It's not like today is like really bad, but 2022, it was very fun. I would make art because I loved it. I would make art to learn. I would make art because I wanted to improve, and I would make art because I had all of this drive and motivation. Because, for example, Ross draws, Ahmed Elduri, Sam does arts. They were all so active at the same time, and I just miss that looking up to someone. And now that they're kind of inactive, except for Sam, he's still out there, but now that Ross and Ahmed are kind of, they took a break, so I felt that I had no one to look up to anymore. And also this small community I have on Discord, it's kind of being inactive now, and I kind of miss that. I kind of miss having that community, because I feel like having friends, having art friends and having people to talk about the things that you're interested in I think that's really important for your growth and being an artist in general. Because do you want to be an artist all alone, having no connections? And it's part of being an artist. It's part of being human, is to make connections, and you can use all of those connections and experience to add soul onto your own art. Yeah. So what do I have on this list? I don't want to feel like I'm rushing through this list. Yeah, missing an era. I was really into watercolor. I was into traditional art, and I would use the skills that I learned traditionally and apply them digitally, and I think it was a fun experience. And yeah, it was really fun. But also you have to remember that change is constant and change is good, right? Because Change doesn't always mean it's a bad thing. There could be good change, depends on how you look at it, but change will always be there. You can't avoid it. And what matters is today, the present. You now just have to live in the moment. The past is done, and just be thankful that it happened, because I'm really thankful that I met all those people, even though I talk to some of them still now, and I'm really thankful that I can still look back at Ross and Ahmed's videos and art, and I'm actually looking forward for them to post again. Yeah. And before, I would be really passionate and motivated, and like all of these like nerdy things about art, like shading, like edges, soft edges. I would like look into classical paintings and be nerdy about them, like these lost edges. And I would be like, oh my god, it's a lost edge in a Sargent painting, and I would I would be so excited. And I was kind of sad when I realized that I don't get as excited anymore about this. And my friend Cassandra told me something that it finally made sense. It's because I'm more calm and appreciative about those things now. But before, it was still new to me, and now it doesn't mean that I don't like them anymore, but I'm more appreciative and calm about them. So thanks, Cassandra, for that. And yeah. How long is this thing? Oh, it's almost 8 minutes. So yeah, now that I'm about to graduate, I actually have a lot of things to look forward to. Well, I have a lot more things to think about than when I was in grade 10 in 2022, because I was a lot more free with my schedule. Now I'm about to be a senior. I have more things to do, more things to worry about. Art is not the only thing in my head right now. I have things. And hold up. Let me grab something. Oh, never mind. So I was gonna grab like a book, because I wrote down some things that I have to balance in my life, and there are about 12 things, and I realized that notebook is what this tripod thing is standing on right now. So yeah, so I can't really access that. Yeah, how have you been? And what are you drawing right now? I'm just gonna look at some old topics that I've wrote down. Okay, don't you feel like you're having these doubts in your head sometimes when, okay, for example, you're designing a character and you have all these ideas, and suddenly you realize, this is similar to that one character, or this dress is like that one character from this one video game, and you feel unoriginal suddenly. But all those doubts, you just have to let go of them sometimes, because you just have to appreciate yourself that you made that. And I don't want to talk here like I have like 30 years of experience, but I've been drawing for about 4 years, and I just want to talk about the things that I personally went through. I personally thought about. I mean, some of them I got from other artists, like, yeah. But all those doubts, you just have to let go, because you made that, and who cares if this hat of your character that you made looks similar to that one character from another thing. Like, it doesn't matter. Nothing's meant to be original. Nothing's original ever. Because since our ancestors were cavemen, we've been creating art. I mean, like, shouldn't it be a good thing that you have the same mindset when it comes to creating characters as that person who designed that character? I don't know, just a thought. I have this private Discord server where I would just write down ideas and quotes that I would hear from other artists, like really good advice. Like from Ian McCaig. It's really a pain in the ass to kiss people with glasses. He's so real for that. And by Marco Bucci, you don't have to have the right color right away. You can still think about the value first. And what I would do with the color when I start is I usually keep all my colors existing in a kind of neutral soup of warm and cools. Then as the painting progresses, I'll probe further in saturation. There's a difference between rushing and speeding. I don't know who said that. I think it was Peter Hahn. Something he would say. When your mind is relaxed, it's the most creative. Mobius. To make it more painterly, treat it like a low polygon object and use mixer brush to emphasize those faces. By Ahmed Al-Douri. And I would just write down illustration ideas that I would think about from my past experiences. I want to illustrate them. Like my childhood, I would dream of having this huge, humongous airplane, and I was daydreaming that what if you could ride that thing and then my childhood friend could control it through like a remote control. We'd probably crash, but... And there's this something I said, January 21, 2023. I draw for myself. I draw for myself. I draw for myself because it's fun and I love art. I draw only for myself to improve, because that's the time when I was feeling like I was drawing for social media and I would try to get people's validations, and it would kind of not ruin my day, but make me feel bad if they don't like my post. Like if certain people that I try to get validation from don't like it. And it's a reminder to draw for yourself. Here's one by Cynics. Good designs are never planned ahead of time. They're always stumbled into by making observations and iterations. Damn, these are very nostalgic to look at. It's just the private Discord server, only I'm in it, and it's just full of art notes. That's all it is. Now I'm looking at 2022. Okay, here's another one. I want to make art because I'm in love with art and it makes me happy. I want to make art because I want to learn and improve. I want to make art because I want my audience to feel a certain way from my art. I don't want to make art to prove that I'm better than that one person. I don't want to make art to get hundreds of likes. I just want to take myself and my audience through an experience. That was me kind of defining what art to me is and what my goal is. Why am I doing this? That was when I was in grade 10. And here's some other notes. Usually in religious type of stuff, there's always symmetry. Well, yeah, looking at these, I'm definitely very nostalgic, and would I want to go back? I want to go back to experience them again, but I'm very grateful to where I am right now. I think it's very important to look back and appreciate, but don't forget to live in the moment, because back then I was also looking back to the previous years and thinking I wish I could go back, but I didn't know someone messaged me. Oh. But I didn't know I was the one making memories in that time. And I feel like right now I should just live in the moment, because it's my final year of high school and I don't know, maybe I'm making memories right now and then I'd want to go back. Don't you feel like that sometimes? So yeah, I think that's everything I want to talk about today. Happy drawing. See you.